Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. It's a little bit of a departure from what is typically covered here on the channel. Now, appearing here on the screen, or would be over here on the screen, you see the various social media sites that I belong to. I finally have updated what's called the lower third. So if you guys are part of any of these social media sites, I would encourage you guys to follow me there. Many of those are alternative sites that I think a lot of people are starting to move to now, whether it be individuals who are banned or suspended from other sites, but just people in general are now moving to alternate tech. And if you are new to the channel, I'd like to welcome you here. And if you are a frequent visitor, I would encourage both of you guys right now to click on that watermark down there in the bottom right-hand corner to subscribe, along with that notification bell, so you guys will know when the next available Friday vlog is up, along with content that's here on the channel. In gaming news, on Tuesday, March the 5th, we had the release and update for Battlefield 5, which was to address a flicker issue during squad spawning. We had a buff to shotguns, and they were addressing company coin issues, which is still kind of an issue, along with performance increases. If you guys want to check out all of that information, I'll leave a link down in the published section. Also, on Wednesday, March the 6th, we had the live stream from the NantG team, which did not include any release of Just Survive. So that is still technically in legal discussion. So those things are still being hammered out and worked out. I will leave a link up here in the top right-hand section to the latest video on that. And of course, guys, you know that I am playing Civilization 6 Gathering Storm, which is a lot of fun. I am playing as Christina of Sweden, and I will leave a link up here. I think it will appear up here in the top left-hand corner for you guys. So if you guys want to check out any of that video play, you can do it there. On Saturday, March the 2nd, President Trump spoke at CPAC, the conservative convention, and he had a prepared speech, and all this was all kind of quite amusing and quite funny. But once he was done, he kind of went off script, and he spoke for quite some time. And during that speech, he also included in that he would sign an executive order ensuring that public universities would exercise free speech and or allow students, of course, to exercise their free speech on campus. And during that talk, we saw Hayden Williams, a Berkeley student who was actually punched in the face at his little booth, the Turning Point USA. If you go to universities, they have like commons and atriums and little courtyards and areas where the students can talk about their causes and things that they're protesting and such. So basically, Hayden was there and was approached by a detractor, of course, and then he was actually assaulted. And this was recorded. The police were involved, and even President Trump encouraged him to pursue maybe pursue legal action against the school and even this particular individual. But nonetheless, this was interesting to see the culture war, social media, and all these kind of coalescing together. I would have not have anticipated this even making it to CPAC or even to the president's attention, which is very interesting, because I'm wondering if we're going to see the president address more things that are happening in social media. Now, of course, he has far more important things to do than to police social media and police the tech giants, of course, because those aren't really interfering with any domestic issues outside of just the culture war, the civil war that's going on of words, a battle of words, a battle of ideologies that are going on. So we can't really anticipate him, addressing something fully with all the tech giants. But nonetheless, it is always nice to see a little bit. And the thing that's really interesting about this is that Berkeley is known for its free speech, and we've seen what's happened when Milo Yiannopoulos tries to speak there, Ben Shapiro tries to speak there. And it's just unfortunate to see that this happened to Hayden at the school. But these things do happen. They're not in the mainstream media as often as it would be if this were the reverse. Of course, we have school shootings and those types of things that always make it into the mainstream media. But situations where, MAGA hot wearers or students like this getting assaulted don't really make the mainstream as much as some of the others. But nonetheless, I thought it was very interesting that President Trump actually brought this to the world's attention, I guess you could say, or to the media's attention and to the U.S. attention. But nonetheless, I wanted to cover that for you guys. And you guys can check out all that information. I'll leave it down there in the post section below. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. It has been a very hectic last 2 weeks. You may have noticed a little bit of stumbling, a little bit of stammering there during that dialogue, but nonetheless, I want to thank all you guys for your continued support, your likes, your shares, your comments. And if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and click on that watermark that channel icon appearing right there on the screen to subscribe, along with that notification bell so you guys will know when the next Friday vlog is available, along with additional content that's here on the channel. And I will see you guys next Friday.